I'm Tara Richardson here at Custom Resources. We're in the shipping department.
I'm Micah Melling.
Mike is here with me today. We're going to show you a time management activity. So Micah, this is your day. It's empty for starters, and these are the activities of your day. And we've got it laid out here on Steven Covey's time management grid, where quadrant 1 is urgent and important. Quadrant 2 is important, but it's not yet urgent. Quadrant 3 are those things that slip into your day unexpectedly and really aren't all that important, but they do require your immediate attention. So they're urgent. And then quadrant 4 is made up of these little glass beads right here, and they are not important and they're not urgent, but as you can tell, they sometimes could take up a lot of our day. What could constitute this type of stuff for high school students and college students?
I would say definitely Facebook and Twitter, sending a lot of text messages, maybe making a late night run to Sonic or Taco Bell, things like that. Hanging out with friends is fine, but if you are a little bit excessive and if you have homework to do and maybe stay up an extra 30 or 45 minutes with them, that could be considered one of those small beats. And then there's always Xbox, PlayStation, things like that. Unfortunately, in the age of technology, there's a lot of things that can be considered time wasters that aren't necessarily too productive.
What do you think the biggest one is?
I would say it's probably Facebook and social media. I know
Okay.
I like to get on there and check out what my friends are doing. I like to get on YouTube and watch music videos or funny videos, and I know a lot of my friends do those things as well, and we're always like, well, we should be doing homework, but we're on Facebook tonight
Right,
instead.
and texting too.
Yes.
You know, I know for young kids that are not able to be connected to their friends all the time, but they're one living room to the next living room. You know, it's JK, LOL, you going, I don't know. It's just back and forth, and it takes a lot of time to wait for that JK, or I'm headed to bed, or good night, whatever. So if you were waiting on text, or if you were spending a lot of time on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, have you heard of Pinterest?
Yeah, I have.
It's a new one, where you organize everything else you want to do in life. You could spend half of your day doing those type of activities. Realistically, could you spend half of your day?
Yeah, I think some people do, and I think it's pretty easy to let that happen.
I think so too. And then we mentioned that these are those slick things that just pop into your day unexpectedly. Give me an example for a student.
Get a flat tire, or you have to pick up your younger brother at soccer practice, or your dad forgot something at work and you need to run it by him after school. Those things pop up all the time in busy people's lives.
They happen. And so you've got to be prepared, and not spending this much time here helps you be prepared for those things. You know, then you've got a few things that are really important that most people want to get to. What would you say these are?
Well, competition is on Monday for your DECA project, then you better have your paper written by at least the day before and your presentation rehearsed. So I'd definitely say that's urgent and important. If you want to have somebody proofread your paper and they're going to be out of town for the weekend, you better get that to them on Friday. If you have a fundraiser coming up, you better get your materials ordered a couple of weeks in advance.
Right, and you know, that's just it. You've got to know when those deadlines are, because they are the last day to act. So if you're going to order something that you need to have at a conference, you've got to place your order so that ship time and everything else has time to get there. And so you've got to get a few of those urgent and important things done. That leaves very little time for the things that are important to us. And I could rearrange those rocks, but my day is already taking shape here. I'm going to have to do something to get it all in there. But you know, what doesn't fit are the things that are truly important to us. And what are those to you?
Yeah, from a life standpoint, it's church for a lot of people. It's staying connected with friends and family. Obviously, homework is really important. In a DECA project, it's important to stay connected with your advisor and your team members and your chapter. And if you get so busy with other things, those really important tasks that hold your life together or hold a DECA project together can often go by the wayside.
That's true. So managing, organizing, and planning really are quadrant 2 activities that, unless they are given time during the day, they're going to be on the next day. Because anything over the rim here has got to go on to the next day, actually, unless we're going to stay up all night long, but you can't do that back to back too many days and stay healthy. So if we don't put some time and focus on this sort of activity, They're going to trickle into the quadrant 1, which is urgent, then important, and hopefully there won't be deadlines missed. But let's take a look at how we could maybe do our day a little bit different. And let's reorganize our day here. Those little slick things that just pop up. So we're not going to start with this, okay? Where should we start?
Probably start with our big things, the things that are important to us.
Good. Urgent and important. So let's go for those. Urgent and important, get done first. Get your materials ordered. Get any deadlines, met. You know it has to be done. Do these things happen?
They do happen. Facebook and YouTube are temptations that will sneak into people's days. And if it's controlled, it's not a bad thing.
I think that's it. Controlled and moderation, right? Do these things happen?
Yes. Unfortunately, you'll get a flat tire. Your mom will call you and tell you need to do this chore. Things like that happen.
They do. But look at what we've already accomplished in the first part of our day. And then we should focus on
homework.
Those important things.
Keeping in touch with grandparents and family, or from a DECA standpoint, talking to your advisor, making sure you're in close communication with your team members.
Right. And then, of course, you've got to throw in a few, beads here to friends and text a few people. Maybe make a quick phone call to somebody just to chit-chat. And then we've got to also plan for a few more of these things, because they just pop in anytime they want to, really. And so that leaves quite a bit of time, really. And we got all the important stuff done. I don't know whether or not we'll get all this in or not. Would you say that some days you may just want to call it quits early and, get a little extra sleep? I'd say you could. Or you can keep on cramming a few more of these things in. But the beautiful thing is that when you plan your day and you focus on what's important first, those things get done. And there's time for everything else as well.
And then sometimes there's time to relax and think about things and get re-energized for the next day. It's always nice to have that option, and you have that option if you put the important and urgent things first.
That's right. And that's what Steven Covey's quadrant, the grid, can help you do. So prioritize your day and get the important things done first.